First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
Kiss the dolphin. I liked it.
What's up? I'll have to Coke in your face.
Mr. Beast just got arrested.
And none of y'all meat meals, y'all puppies, y'all little boozy, none of these names.
When is the new album coming? New album coming up?
Seriously, bro? Yo, stop talking to me.
Okay. All right.
See him.
How many no's?
Way more no's than yes.
But do the no's get to you? Like, do you have to verbally say no?
I'm sad that I didn't 2 years ago, but I can't change that.
Oh my God, all of them. This whole movie, honestly, the work that I did on screen was easier than the work that I did off screen.
Video posted to her YouTube channel, Colleen says her team strongly advised her not to respond to the claims, but she decided to do it anyway.
Blake Lively, Mr. Beast, J-Lo, Katy Perry, and so many others all took hits to their careers this year that are so bad I don't think they'll ever recover. 3 crew members who worked on It Ends With Us told news outlets that creative differences and a very obvious behind-the-scenes power struggle between director Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively were very apparent during filming. Over the course of the on-again, off-again production, which I think it was from like March through June 2023, crew members said they observed Blake Lively and Justin's contrasting approaches to filmmaking, and apparently Blake's attitude was really shifting while making the project. Eventually, according to all the sources, who obviously can't be named because they're concerned for their work in the industry, it was very clear that Blake actually didn't want to be on set. Like, apparently everybody knew they didn't like each other. And they're like, look, the gossip is a bit much, but it might be worth talking about when Blake was, you know, very notably keeping her distance from Justin on the red carpet when they were promoting the movies. And even the source said, like, I don't think they would work together again. Blake is very business-minded, very practical. Justin is so on the other side of why he makes art that these two were never going to be friends. She had her own vision of how she wanted Lily to dress, which heavily conflicted with the costume department's ideas. So when the production had to go dark because of picket lines, costuming was running around like crazy trying to figure out how they could change everything to make sure Blake was happy, which, like, I get it, some folks have demands, they have their vision, but at the same time, there was a lot of returns, a lot of exchanges, and repurchasing of an entire wardrobe, and that was kind of detrimental to production. The production designer was put on the spot when Blake asked them to change the initial plans for the flower store because the lookbook for the original set design was very gothic, very violet, very dark red, but then Blake was like, I don't really like that, like I want it to be more, in my view, my vision of what aligns with Lily's style. Apparently, Blake had all these scheduling conflicts, which is common for actors, but not usually for a principal actor who was also a producer on the project, and I'm just seeing a lot of red flags. The controversy surrounding so-called King of YouTube Mr. Beast began snowballing this year. So Mr. Beast was like the #1 YouTube channel. So turns out he and Amazon have been sued by contestants of the Mr. Beast Beast Games competition show. Folks are claiming chronic mistreatment, harassment, and so many more things that I can't talk about. 5 unnamed participants of the show, which pitted like 2,000 contestants against each other for a single cash prize of $5 million, had a number of allegations raised against it in the press this year. There was a very real class action lawsuit filed against Mr. Beast and Amazon. According to the lawsuit, participants were not paid properly, they experienced emotional distress, they did not receive uninterrupted meal breaks or rest breaks, they were deprived of medical care, food, sleep, basic hygiene necessities, they were subjected to a hostile work environment. Now, this lawsuit was filed in LA back in September, and it was seeking class action status on behalf of all affected contestants. It was demanding properly paid wages, expenses, and punitive monetary damages. Now, Mr. Beast kind of was staying quiet on the matter because he has bigger problems in his life. He recently launched this whole prepackaged lunch brand. It was him, Logan Paul, KSI. You've heard of Lunchables, right? Well, Lunchly was framed as a slightly healthier alternative. It had his own chocolate bar, the Mr. Beast bar. It had Prime energy drinks, you know, all that fun stuff. And it was very quickly debunked as being healthier by Rosanna Pansino and Dr. Mike. So part of the pitch for Lunchly is that the product is made with real cheese, compared to cheese products used in Lunchables. Well, going back to Ro, who is like an original YouTuber. She's been here, we love her. She posted this video titled, I tried Lunchly and it was moldy. And the title pretty much sums up the video. So she opens it, she wants to do a taste test, and she, honest to goodness, gets mold. And she's not the only one out there. I have seen so many videos of people opening these Lunchlys and it's just so gross. Like, there's a reason cheese products, folks. Jennifer Lopez. So if you didn't know, earlier this year, Jennifer Lopez released her documentary on Amazon Prime, This Is Me Now, a love story. It gave this whole behind the scenes look into the This Is Me Now album, the greatest love story never told. May that rest in peace. And a lot of folks who watched it were like, J-Lo, I think you're lying about some things. So let's count it off, folks. In one scene, J-Lo poses in the mirror of her personal gym. She's shaking out her hair and she's reminiscing about growing up in the Bronx. She says, oh, I like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me when I was running up and down the block. Crazy girl, used to be wild, no limits, all dreams. Well, TikTok user Photos by Angela slammed the star in a series of videos, saying she went to the same Catholic high school as J-Lo and accused her of lying about her experience living in the Bronx. She said, and I quote, "We both attended an all-girls high school in an Irish and Italian neighborhood, so you weren't running up and down the block." Alright, line number 2, folks. J-Lo has long been accused of not actually singing on her albums, and singer Natasha Ramos took to TikTok to shed light on that rumor. Natasha has a voice very similar to J-Lo's, and was hired to sing the demo of Jenny from the Block. The production team liked her voice so much that they asked her to record 5 more songs for the album This Is Me. And Natasha received $3,500 backup singer's credit. But however, as she claims and as the original demo demonstrates, it's her voice in the final track. And not just in the choruses, it's her laugh, it's her yelling from the Bronx. J-Lo only really sings in the verse. Now, J-Lo is notorious for stealing from artists. And it's kind of crazy, and we're gonna count it off, but as you see, things are starting to add up, folks. So J-Lo caught her big break back in 1997 when she starred as Selena in The Biography. And after that, she got into music. Her demo was picked up by Tony Mottola, Sony Music. She dropped her debut album on the 6th in 1999, and one big hit from the album was If You Had My Love. You know it, I know it, I love it. So this song got some backlash from R&B singer Shantae Moore, because she had a near identical song called If I Gave Love that was recorded a year prior in 1998. Both songs were written and produced by Rodney Jerkins, and it's been said that J-Lo's then boyfriend Puffy pressured Jerkins to write a near identical song. And more stealing from J-Lo, folks, we're not done yet. J-Lo has passed off many vocals from other singers as her own over the years, which is essentially committing fraud. Songs like Play and the I'm Real remix feature prominent reference track vocals from Christina Milian and Ashanti. J-Lo and Ja Rule's music video for I'm Real? Yeah, come on. We saw her try to pass off Ashanti's reference vocals as her own. She left the demo vocals there and didn't credit anybody. She's attempted, or well, kind of stolen, from Usher, Brandy Norwood, Mariah Carey, and so many others. She's been accused of lip syncing, and when you add all those things up, yeah, 2024 is not your year, girl. Katy Perry's great comeback this year didn't really generate the headlines she was hoping for. For one thing, the music video for her song Woman's World, which featured the lyrics, "It's a woman's world and you're lucky to be living in it," had a very specific producer, Dr. Luke. The same Dr. Luke that was accused by Kesha of some really bad things. So as a result, Katy Perry's message of female empowerment was met with a lot of criticism, because it was like, why would you work with him after everything that we know? What's more, a big part of the internet also believed that Katy Perry's Teenage Dream album, the vibes just weren't it. If that wasn't enough, she was met with further complications during the filming of her Lifetime music video. So that video production took place in the Balearic Islands, and it prompted a lot of folks to launch investigations against her, because it wasn't it. And that's all for today, folks. See you next time.